God is always rejoicing for everything. When you are able to rejoice, then you are also a God. Every experience adds another point of view to you. And there are infinite number of points of view to be collected. When the summer comes, you don't complain whether winter is not there. You enjoy the summer. You value the summer. When the summer goes away and the rainy season comes, you value the rains. After rainy season goes away, the winter comes, you value the winter. You can't say why winter has come. No. Again the summer will come. Again the rainy season, again the winter will come. Same thing in human life also. The grief comes, the sadness comes, the joy comes. Just as if you complain against the weather, you are a fool. You are also, if you complain against your problems, you are again a fool. If the summer is there, you enjoy the summer. If the rainy season, you enjoy the rainy season. You go and take a bath outside. When the rain comes, you don't go inside the house. You run outside the house. Take a free bath.
Happy morning, dear friends. Great afternoon and wonderful evening. So welcome to the day 7 of our 40 days program presents. Okay, so Sundays we get into a little longer meditation practice when compared to other days. So before getting to the meditation, I would like to hand it over to Sir to take us through the day 7. Over to you, sir.
Happy morning, my friends and masters. Wonderful afternoon, evening. It's a great feeling of freedom when we become equanimous like that, as Patriji said, about things that happen in our daily life. Weather happens. Why judge weather? Why judge a place? Because of weather. A lot of times we judge a place because of weather. When we drop the judgment, we become totally free in our mind. Beginning of allowing possibilities to flow into our life. Beginning of attracting things into our life. Because we don't stop ourselves. When we stop judging, then we don't stop ourselves. Different point of view. Playing in the rain is another point of view. Why can't I adopt it? When it is about to rain, why can't I just simply walk? Why should I run always to a shelter? Because that's not been told before, so we don't know about it. We've not thought about it. It's called a limiting belief. Things that happen over and over become a belief. %99 of events and experiences in our life are very, very small like that. They happen every day. We have a point of view, and so we restrict ourselves in many, many ways. The moment we expand our point of view, then we draw a different experience suddenly. So 99% of our life suddenly changes to something more beautiful. Freedom. You don't look at weather and say, today, should I go or not go? You'll go. So what if it rains? We will go. I stopped looking at weather long ago. I stopped looking at many things like this because they are pointless. On the other hand, when you stop looking, like a label on a product, how many calories, nutrients, weather reports, the place reports, how do people give you a review on a place, all those things you stop. It's only about connection here. If you feel, you go. If you feel, you do. So talking about, every day we hear emptiness, quantum field of energy. What is this emptiness? Welcome to those of you join only for Sunday long meditation. We are in the middle of our flagship 40-day program. And so we're covering various concepts, talking about emptiness. How do I know what is emptiness? So to know about emptiness, and then how to experience it. But before, let's know a little bit scientifically, and let me put up this chart, a little bit scientifically, a few things, few slides around what is there. From a quantum physics perspective. I'm going to show 3-4 slides to understand this a little bit, and then we explain and talk through. First, we need to understand that there is, from a quantum physics perspective, that whatever that we're experiencing today in our material reality is not real according to quantum physics, because for them, everything inside is all empty. Recognizing that it is all empty, that is deep inside. And so quantum physics say that whatever that we say real is not real. Maya, illusion. But they say this, they are the words that quantum physics use. That's Neil Bohr. Everything we call real is made up of things that cannot be regarded as real. Heisenberg said the reality we can put into words is never reality. Whatever we're saying is not reality. Now, why do they say that? Because when they went deep inside an atom, the tinier particles that are the atoms, and then farther below into atom, if they go in, they found that it's all fairly empty. It's all empty. It is totally empty. An atom, when they try to look into, which is a fundamental building block, which we call elements in the nature, they found that every element, whether it's in hydrogen, whether it's in oxygen, or nitrogen, as chlorine, mercury, they found that everything deep inside is empty. Nearly all of it is empty and full of energy. So here is an analogy of, here is trying to understand this empty that they find, but let's look at this from a physical body perspective. Because in meditation, every day I say, notice that emptiness inside of you, all around you. That emptiness is energy. These are the words I use every day. So where is that emptiness? If I am the solid substance, but now here, quantum physicists are saying that it's really all empty inside, and then let's understand this a little bit. So we have our body as organs on the left side. Now organs are made up of many cells. Billions and billions of cells in our body. Just the brain alone has anywhere between 60 to 80 billion. In some counts, they say 100 billion neurons are there. Just the brain alone. So billions and billions and billions of cells are there in the entire body. And so every organ is made up of some cells characteristic of that organ. So it does the function of that organ. So cells take a role. We all, when you're born, we're all same. Slowly, we take different roles. Same thing, each cell initially is the same, but it takes a role and it becomes that. And so cells define organs. And then cell, if you deep inside, they're molecules. The cells are made up of what, ultimately? Chemical substances. Eventually, body is made up of chemical substances. We call it protein, we call it fats, carbohydrates. There are many things. Are there acids, water? They all are molecules. Our body cells contain, because the body contains 70% water, and so every cell also contains a lot of water. That's a molecule, H2O. Now you break it up, then you get atoms from these chemical substances, which are called molecules. Very complex, long equations, chemistry that we've seen. When you have a complex carbohydrate, it goes on for a big number, big sentence like that of H and O and S and whatnot. Everything is there in it. So they finally are made into atoms. We know this. We read this. So an atom, when you start looking in a body, eventually, because the body then is made up of billions and billions of cells containing molecules, which means that trillions of molecules, which goes into trillions of atoms. A body is made up of trillions and trillions and trillions of atoms. And now if you go inside of the atom, now if you find that atom here, in this case, it's one electron, but we know that many atoms have many electrons around it, around this nucleus center. So in a cell, in an atom, one notices that only that is matter, because the way we understand that proton, they are nucleus and electron, they are the matter. Everything else is empty. There's nothing else there. We know this. There's only nucleus. Something rotates around it. So nucleus is a particle. The rotation, that is electron, is a particle which contains some weight, mass. Everything else is empty. So by here itself, you can see an atom is nearly all empty. In that circle, what percentage is empty and what percentage is really as a space it occupies, the electrons and nucleus, what percentage of that atom is actually containing mass, something that has weight, because anything that's particle, we feel like it is can be touched and felt. Liquids can be felt, gases can be felt, and of course solids can be felt. Atoms are in three forms. We can feel them through our senses. And so here, if you see, this atom contains practically all empty out there. And so, but then now according to quantum physics, this is what they found. An atom is 99.99999% empty, filled with energy. So an atom is 99.11 or 12.9% empty. That electron, the nucleus that is there in the center, combined is not more than 0.000000000001%. So according to quantum physics, now every atom is nearly all empty, is filled with energy. It's all energy out there. According to quantum physics, every atom is nearly all empty. Now, if an atom is empty, then you project it and say molecules which are comprising of atoms, they're empty. If molecules like water is empty, then you go back to say molecules are making up cells, and so cells are empty. If cells are empty, they're making up organs, and so organs are empty. And so then the body should be empty then. This is quantum physics view, that human body or everything that's out there is really deep inside is all empty, filled with energy. So entire body or an organ of other matter, anything out there, whether it is your sofa, whether it's your chair, this laptop, whatever, everything ultimately is made up of emptiness. Now it doesn't stop here. Now they discovered that this electron in the nucleus in the center, they discovered that even that is energy by default. That's not solid by default. That's not a particle default. That's what they discovered. Okay, fine. So I find that entire atom, 99.99% is all empty. If you round it, then you get 100. Atom is 100% empty. But then that tiny percent, whatever that they thought is actually matter, they found even that is empty. They found even that is empty. So even the subatomic particles like electron are also energy by default. That's what they discovered. So then the electrons and the central nucleus, as you see on the left side here, It's like a bulb. It's not like a solid thing. It's glowing. It's got energy. They found it by default. Even electrons and nucleus that you thought are solid, that is also by default energy. Energy means wave. So different. First, everything in the atom is all empty except tiny percent. Even the tiny percent which constitutes the electrons and the nucleus, that is also by default energy, is quantum physics discovery. Which means what then? Which means everything in the body is by default energy. It's empty, it's energy. First, it's empty. Nothing there. Nothing there. That's energy. That empty is filled with energy. Then there is theory about these electrons and that energy become matter through many possibilities. Now that's for another day's topic. They become matter. By default, it's all energy, and it becomes matter through a process of observation. That's later. So I would like to, from a quantum physics perspective, I want us to understand that everything out there is energy. Now, if everything is energy, is energy staying in one place, or energy is moving from place to place, and the energy is slowly, slowly spreading everywhere? What is energy? Energy is a wave. Suppose your TV waves are there from a TV station that transmitted. Do they stay in one place? The waves come out, do they stay in one place? They spread. They spread. That's why a Bluetooth and then mobile phones work, because the energy waves are spread and so then catch a signal in all directions, isn't it? So as a wave, and then energy is wave, so that means it spreads in all directions. Just like your mobile Bluetooth signal, it spreads in all directions and catches something that is out there. So different then, and energy is a wave, then it spreads. And now tell me, now you and I are energy by default. Now we are spreading that energy, we are energy by default as a wave is spreading out, is going out, is constantly traversing, it meets another wave, it meets another field. Two waves come together. Like in water pond, if you drop two pebbles, you have waves, then they go in all directions, isn't it? And eventually they meet, intersect, they become another new wave. So dear friends, when it's energy, then energy meets energy and then becomes one energy, like lights becoming one light energy from many sources of bulbs, but one energy. There are no multiple there, it's one. And so that's what we call the interconnection. There is a connection to each of us. When we understand the deep inside of quantum physics, we're all really, really energy by default. Energy to matter is happening, oscillating. We are becoming energy and then matter and back. That electrons are there by default energy, and they become matter through somebody's observation. They go back and become energy when the observation is released. Exactly what happens in meditation. We remove that observation of ourselves, of everything that we know of around. So when you remove that observation, then that energy, which is matter, becomes back to energy again. So let me, at this point, when we recognize and understand that deep inside we are empty and energy, and that energy level, we're all interconnected with each other because energy is spreading. Different sources of solid substances, when become water, if we leave them, slowly, slowly they intermix. But if the moment they become gases, they intermix each other like water vapor. They mix and then become one. They're not separate anymore. So first, as energy is all one connected one. So then now, even at a quantum physics level, we're all empty and energy deep inside. But then we are seeing this body. What we are trained is to see this body, see all of these objects and items. That's where our attention is. When attention is there, we're seeing them as something. But if we remove that attention, can they disappear from our field? We are energy by default, and there is matter. Now, the matter, that electrons are becoming matter through observation. That's a quantum physics experiment. We'll understand this in week 3. By electrons, which are by default energy, they become matter through observation. When somebody observes, they become matter. Initially, we were observed, so we became matter, but then subsequently, we started observing everything. When I observe a little bit about my face, then I want to improve my face and do something to it. If I observe my home and it is too much, then I'll clean it up, remove things, it'll become more empty. If I want something and observe about it, I want it to be more beautiful, I bring something into it. Something comes there. Our observation, attention, causes something to happen. So now, in meditation, every day when we are meditating and then we say, what is the process? We are removing an observation to everything. We are removing our observation of everything that is there as we're emptying a mind of thought. So when you're emptying your mind of thought, now thought is observation, and so the thought of either a past event in a time, thought is always in a time. Either it's about past, it's about present, or it's about future. 3 things, right? It's always in a time. Today, right here, right now at 6:27 a.m. India time, we are in this session. That's a thought. It's now. It still has a time. So we are constantly in this thought observation. When you remove thought, you're removing observation. And then the senses are giving us thought inputs from the senses environment. Eyes, biggest sensory organ, gives so many thought, raises to thought. And so then if you withdraw senses, now that thought also drops. It becomes difficult when you keep your eyes open, have senses all, and then try to remove the thought. Because they are constantly making you connected around with the space around you and then scanning. And so then we withdraw senses by closing our eyes and then having an instruction to ourselves that, okay, now I'm going into meditation, which is to withdraw senses inward. So I'm disconnecting from everything around me, number 1. Number 2, I remove the thought. And observe the breath, thought is getting removed. That's equation. That's Gautama Buddha's discovery. When I observe the breath, mind becomes empty. So the thoughts are going away, senses have gone, and so then our attention towards the environment and attention towards past, present, future is removed. When attention is removed, anything that's matter disappears. When attention is removed, then that matter which is through observation showing up in here is removed. So simple way to understand this is that in my room, when I'm closing my eyes and observing my breath, in my mind, I'm removing all my thoughts. So in my mind, I'm removing, when a thought is about my furniture, I removed it. Thought is about my walls, I remove them. Thought is about my home, I remove that. When I remove my home, in that moment, it's gone out of my purview. It's not there. Then I remove, just like how we change companies. 5 years ago, we had people, places, things in a company, but we forgot about it. We removed from our mind. It's no longer exists in our mind unless you go back to recollect it until the time. It's not there. Slowly, we remove to the point where we don't even remember what has happened. We remove it all. Same way here, temporarily when we remove it, it's the same thing. So we're removing from a purview completely about everything in my room and my house. So it all becomes what? Empty. Because when I remove all of it, it's nothing here, right? Then another thought about my Bangalore city. Everything of Bangalore city is gone because the thoughts about that are gone. Then further thoughts about India are gone. Further thoughts about the world is gone. So then what's becoming? It's all becoming empty. Third, further thoughts about planets is gone. Then thoughts about this solar system is gone. Then thoughts about this galaxy is gone. So what's happening now? Everything is getting remote. So becoming emptier, isn't it? When you remove things, it becomes empty. All objects in your room right now are removed as you're removing your thought. So that becomes empty. There, your room is empty. You remove further, everything in your home is empty. The walls are removed now. That whole site is empty now. Bangalore is removed, so Bangalore city area is empty. You see, and you're removing as your thoughts, dear friends, and then so removing the objects, the people, the things in there. So that becomes empty. Another way of looking at it. When our attention is removed, things become emptier and emptier to the point where, let's say, remove stars now, and sun is removed. So what do you expect there? What you will have? You'll have, I'm sure you agree with me, and everything is removed, you'll have, when sun is removed, what do we have? 6 months on one pole, north or south pole, we have darkness. There's no sun, and so it's all dark, isn't it? It's the same thing here. Everything is dark. It could be dark. So when we go into a meditation every day, and then when we are closing our eyes and observing the breath, as mind is becoming empty, thoughts are going away. All things that we ever know of, everything is removed from a purview of perception, because all thoughts are going away. So everything is going away. So then eventually, just like a room, and you remove everything, becomes empty. The entire thing that out exists there must become empty, void of anything out there, void of any people, void of any places, void of any things. If star is a thing, then stars are removed. The notion, the thought about stars in the night sky, and then they emit radiance and a lot of light and the billions of miles away, the whole idea of all of that is gone. So then nothing exists out there. Don't know what, there's nothing there. Because it's only our attention that we have something into our perception, otherwise not. So dear friends, just the way when somebody walks into your home, and if you didn't pay attention, you don't even know the person walked in and went away. You know this. You agree with me on this. We do this. You're busy studying or reading, and then the person walks, even if you're looking straight, a person walks around. If you don't put your attention, then it's just not there. You know it. They enter and go. The same way, when you don't have attention of thing, then that does not exist. It's all empty. So the emptiness, how does it feel? How does it experience? It's dark. Now, when it becomes, it could be dark, it could be black. For some people, emptiness is light, desert, it's sky, it's sea, where nothing is there. Symbolically, it may show up in many forms. So we are there in this meditation. Then suddenly you're saying, I don't sense my energy, my body, organs. Of course, because you removed attention of your entire body. They'll not be there. What will be there? If the emptiness is energy, quantum physics. So you may find it as some kind of energy movement, currents, jellies, or it is just some gaseous thing. I just don't know what that is, but it is there. It's not but body, you know it. Because it doesn't feel solid anymore. You're trying to find it. When it becomes empty, you can't find when the water is there, you can see it, feel it, touch it, but it becomes vapor, you can't find it. Where is it? I don't know where that is. And so the same way, our body seems to disappear. It just goes away somewhere. It's empty. We have withdrawn our attention off the body completely, and so we don't find it. We don't find anything around. You're there in that space of blackness, darkness, light, because everything that's void of any object. The only thing that is there, this property, is that there's no object, there's no person, there is no place in the emptiness. It's all absolutely void. Now, in that space, when you are there, in that space, when you are there, now this is when we start Now we are in this field of quantum field of energy, which is all void. Now here, we have dropped the material frequency, the earth plane frequency, which is a spectrum of a tiny, tiny frequency that we can experience, is dropped. Because materially, we dropped our senses and everything. So we dropped that frequency, then we're suddenly in this infinite energy field of unlimited frequency, or all frequency. Now we are there. Now we are getting familiar about it. You are in the dark room. When you go in, you see nothing. You go into theater, it's so dark, you can't see anything. You wait a little while, you get familiar, you start seeing things again. Differently now. With light, see differently, but with the dark, you see differently. Slowly, slowly, the shadows emerge. Slowly, slowly, the form emerges. Slowly, slowly, becomes clearer and clearer and clearer. Same thing, dear friends. When you are there in this emptiness, a field of darkness, or light, that nothingness, in that you start noticing things. And that the emptiness or the nothingness, you start noticing things less like in a room which is dark. You start noticing if you are there, little bit get adjusted. It's called familiarity. So when you go into this field of nothingness, it's all energy, it's all frequency. Energy is frequency. Nothing has gone away. All electrons are there. Everything is there. And so we notice all of the electrons, neutrons as energy. We start looking into them. We find them in a different frequency. The substances now are there as energy. We tune into that frequency. Happens in dreams every day when you go out of the body. That means every day we empty our mind of thought in sleep. Then we are tuning into something. We don't understand. We say it's all hallucination or it's just something happens, but it is a dream is a tuning into a frequency as you become empty beyond a material frequency. Something is there. It's all there as energy matter. We're tuning at an energy level. So in that emptiness, when it's all dark and then nothing, but then as you start tuning in, as you stay for longer and longer and longer, you become more familiar and familiar, you start seeing things. And that's what we call visions. That's what we call mind experience, an intellect experience, and a bliss body experience of what is out there. People who vacate the body become simply energy. So they're there on the other side, a form of energy. So we meet them. Suddenly they come because you're tuning in at energy level. And so we have a lot of visions. We are seeing solutions. We are seeing many, many events are here or there because we are tuning into every frequency. And an earth frequency is part of the whole frequency. And so we see this also, potentially. But we see many other things, infinite frequency we see, compared to what our eyes can see, typically a point less than 0.1 from the frequency. So the difference, emptiness can appear like totally void of anything. It's all nothing out there. Could be dark, black, sky. It's like a sky empty, desert. Many of those things, whatever emptiness means to you, and then that transforms as you become familiar, as you spend more and more time, it transforms potentially into seeing things at a different, it's called extrasensory perception seeing. You tune into it not through regular senses, but extra senses, which is called consciousness. It's called awareness, is what you become, and then you notice it there. You notice things there. Everything that is here, you notice out there in a much more grander form. There are no limitations of material reality. So you can be here, you can be somewhere. You can notice yourself to be much infinitely large. Simultaneously, you're seeing yourself to be infinitely big. Then you say, how is it possible? But it's all because you are there, limitless, without any limitation of a material plane. You're there in this energy field and then absolutely scanning it through a frequency which is beyond material frequency. And so you see everything out there. We call them meditation experiences, just like dreams are experiences similar to meditation experience. It's called reality. You put your attention there, not as physical attention through senses, but your attention is there as consciousness and awareness. There is something that is attending to us in that space, in that field, where we become one with everything. Because in energy, we're all one. I talked about it. We're all connected as one. And so when we go away from the body, then we become one with everything and we are there noticing that at a different frequency level. What is that noticing? All that existence is one. That's called consciousness. That's what we become. Now, where are different gods then? They're all part of the same. Whether it is Jesus Christ, whether it's Allah, whether it's Hindu gods of many kind, Ram and Krishna, they all are there in that single big energy field. You are and I am, and then so is everybody out there in that field as one single energy field. They're not separate. That's the meaning of I am that, I am the Son of God, you are too. And then I am Aham Brahmasmi, I'm the consciousness, Aham Brahmasmi, you are that Tattvamasi. That's the meaning, we are that whole. And then every day in meditation, we become the whole as we leave the body, as you forget material plane. And so then, because every day we go in there, then we find that emptiness and we feel, we come out and say something great because you experience the whole, not the tiny, limited ourselves the way we thought we are. That feeling of a CEO or is running a whole company, he feels the whole of that. A lot more empowering. The thought is that is empowering, but based on role we limit ourselves. But here, when you recognize that you are the whole, is empowering. When you go into your nature, you see the whole thing, and it is very empowering. And so you be the whole is empowered, you connected, you feel many, many things with your friends, you feel the connection to others. You come back and you slowly, slowly drop the thought of dominating somebody, exploiting somebody. All of this happen when you experience every day the whole. The whole is empty, nothing, or it can appear like sky, it can appear like energy, it can appear like light, many, many things. It can take any form, it's empty. And from there, it transform into many experience of reality, which we try to interpret based on what we know. Many times we don't know what it means because it looks so different, because the reality that we're seeing, not something ever exposed on the material plane, so we don't have an answer for it. We don't know what that is. We'll come back and fumble with words and say, I don't know what that is. I'm not able to explain it. Because we're never exposed to that 99.99% reality that we don't know what that is, but we are seeing it through a frequency. So meditators have deep, intense experience that they can't express. They say you have to experience to express. That's the word they use. Right? So this is the difference we recognize and understand. This whole emptiness, or what we say the consciousness, the field of everything which we notice and go into every day is called consciousness, is the field of all existence. That's all. Like on quantum physics, energy and matter. So it's all energy out there. There is no other separate this God and that God. It's all there in it. There's one thing, and that's the consciousness. It's called Chaitanya Shakti. And we go there, we come back. We go there, we come back. When you're totally empty, we're in it. When we want to call where senses come in active, or the moment our past, present, future comes back, and so we are suddenly here under the body. Again, we go back. We leave the body, we go back and come back. So you will know, now today we're going to another long meditation, dear friends, and you will know when you left your body, meaning when you completely become empty, that you're no longer feeling the senses of it. Even on the chair you sit down, you don't feel the chair. You're feeling the chair a little bit. So you are there, partly there, still here, and then you have become empty in many, many ways because you've left many, many thoughts. That still feels good. That still feels good. Right? So this now you are there empty. That means you've forgotten your senses. So that means your music also gone. You don't find music. It's not. It can't be there. When you don't hear anything, you say, I don't know where I was. I came back. That means you've gone deeply empty. Music is secondary. Your breath is gone. Everything is gone because that's physical. It's all gone. And then so suddenly you find in a nothingness. And so no music, no nothing. You're not there. You don't know where you are. You come back. Some places, sometimes we know where we are. We are very aware, but we just that we don't find anything around. It's all like a light. You find that, okay, I'm in a light. You find that I'm in a sky. It's a space like sky. I'm hanging there. I don't know where I'm hanging there. That's the kind of experience we say empty, right, friends? Is empty or it is full of things that are at a high level frequency. Either is fine. Empty means also that experience that we're going through is also empty. That's the meaning of how I use this emptiness and say, become aware of that emptiness, be with it. And that may transform to a vision, so be it. So be there with it. Be the within vision also. So let's go into the meditation once again, dear friends. And then let's experience this field, this emptiness, energy, which is of many, many forms and things at a different frequency level. And so we are practicing breath meditation. Our goal is to empty the mind, and we do this by observing our natural, normal breath. And as you see in the picture here, you sit down comfortably on your floor or in the chair, cross your feet at ankle in the chair, across your legs, fingers to fingers, hands rested in your lap, as you see in the picture, closing your eyes. If you're wearing spectacles, remove them, no spectacles. Remove your glasses, and then observe your breath. Be in a comfortable posture. Spine need not be erect. And then observe, and no special postures are required in the sense of Padmasana. Any special asanas are required. That's in a comfortable posture, is right good enough. And then observe your natural breath, resting your attention on the nose, preferably at the middle of the eyebrows where the nose starts. At that point, rest your attention and notice the breath going in and coming out from that point. When you observe the breath slowly, mind is becoming empty. You're experiencing greater emptiness. And be in that state of emptiness, the feel of nothing as you remove everything from your purview. And the nothingness is where everything is there, everything originates. So slowly we start seeing things at a different frequency. You may. It's called meditation experience. When you see them, observe them, don't interpret them. Just observe them. That's the meditation training. Because seeing at an ESP level, see them, observe them. You'll have chance when you come back to recognize and say, interpret what that is. But you first, there observe, don't interpret. In case you have thoughts and you're analyzing, you got many things out there. Thoughts are there, it. You come back to material reality at that point. So bring your attention back to the breath. And again, observe the breath. So then slowly go back in the same process. It's called breath meditation, dear friends. Let's go into it. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably. Relax your body. And so in this meditation today, we're going to spend a long time observing the breath going to empty states. After that, after a sufficiently long time, I'm going to have a little different music. And as some of you are new to this program, we will go into a process called affirmation. So I will say few statements. I love my body. I experience great energy and health. I have got great relationship going. I'll just say my affirmations. If thoughts are drawing experience into our life, we will build on great thoughts with strong energy, intention. Because thoughts bring experiences, let's develop greater thought. They call affirmations. So we're going to affirm through active mind process. So you're affirm for some time. Statements that are bringing newer, beautiful experience to you. Like I'm free. I am drawing abundance into my life, that kind of statements. We do that for some time. Then after that, I will ask us to lie down. Wherever you are, I'll ask you to lie down. Simply lie down where you are on a bed, on a mattress, on the floor. Just simply lie down where you are. And then just be there for some time. Rest and relax. I say that rest and relax. And then we express gratitude while in a lie down state. We express gratitude. Then our meditation ends today that way. All right, friends. So relax yourself. Relax your body, dear friends. With just specs removed, eyes closed. Scan your body from head to toe. The meditation will be an hour plus, but it'll go pretty quickly, dear friends. On Sundays, we're going till 8 o'clock in the morning. Relax yourself and scan your body from head to toe. Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. We are in this powerful group meditation. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. when you observe your breath, the mind becomes empty. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness and blackness, that feel of no body, of no thing. The field of consciousness. as a yourself. To experience that emptiness. That blackness. Inside of you, all around you. That's energy. All emptiness is energy. The quantum field of energy. This is the quantum field of energy. The field of all existence, the field of all creation. The more you are with it in this field of emptiness and energy, the more one you become. If you find yourself distracted in thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to slowly and slowly go into that emptiness of no body, of no thing. Everything that you experienced, or everything that you can ever think of experiencing, is here in this field of energy as possibilities. The longer you stay connected to this field, the more you tune in to these possibilities, the more you draw that experience into your life. Stay aware of that field of light, that energy. As you merge into your breath, we are less matter, more emptiness and energy. When you become empty of thought, you lose the sense of matter. You experience that greater emptiness energy. You tune in to the limitless frequency. You become familiar. Friends, as we emerge into this field of possibilities, as we are clearer in our minds of thought, we have a beautiful opportunity to create a new future for ourselves. Our thoughts and feelings draw newer experiences into our life. When you intend clearly and when you experience that emotion of that intention deeply, friends, you reprogram your subconscious. You send stronger signal to the quantum field to bring that future into your physicality. Come on, dear friends, I would like you to, at this moment, imagine with your attention and your heart, imagine that a ray of golden light is entering your heart center. A ray of light of creation. And then notice and imagine that light expanding to slowly to every part of your being. And notice that light expanding and expanding and immersing your entire being. This light symbolic of creation, that creation energy notice it is dissolving. Everything. And I'd like you to affirm, dear friends, I want you to do this process with excitement. Friends, here in this field we are consciousness. We are existence with no limitation whatsoever. Affirm I am open to a future filled with joy and laughter. I release all judgment of myself and others. Come on, friends. You're in this field of consciousness. This is your greatest self. Talk to it. I want you to surrender and release the limitation, judgment, fear. I'm free from the need to criticize or compare. I am clear and calm. All limitations are dissolving. I am that greater consciousness. Come on, dear friends, I want you to affirm gratitude fills my heart. I see beauty in every moment, in every experience of my life. I'm deeply grateful to my body, to myself, to everything. I live in total freedom. I am free. Abundance is my second nature. I live when I attract abundance. I am this greater intelligence. Whatever I take up, I am successful in my own way. I live each day with purpose, with meaning, with deep satisfaction. Come on, dear friends, I want you to imagine and dream of this new future where you drop limitation, where you drop judgment, where embracing freedom, abundance, intelligence. Bring up the flashes of that future, dear friends, and feel that energy. How does it feel to be drawing that abundance into your life? To be living that abundance of wealth, of health, of energy, of knowledge, of relationships, of consciousness. Feel. Come on, dear friends. I want you to believe in the process. Shift your energies, dear friends. Feel it. Live that experience with no limitation, with no doubt. Whatever deeply and emotionally embrace, you manifest. Come on, dear friends. You are living your future. You're dreaming of that freedom. You're dreaming of that courage, that abundance. You are in gratitude. Every step of your way, feel it, dear friends. Whatever that is that you wish to experience, feel, dream, and let yourselves rejoice that emotion, that energy building up in your heart center and your entire body, dear friends. Feel it. How does it feel to be in that gratitude, to be loving, to be experiencing that abundance of beauty? Remember, the more you feel, the more you live, the more you heighten your subconscious to manifest this for you, to be in deep touch with the field. Dream. I am this infinite consciousness. I am that awareness. And from this nothingness of creation, I manifest everything. Feel it, dear friends. Recognize that you place great intentions. You primed your subconscious with imagination. Let it go. And feel that you're drawing that future. Be in that completeness that is manifesting for you. At the right time and place. Friend, all thoughts and all feelings and emotions are energy. I'd like you to be in a deep relaxation, to let your body absorb these energies. And as you surrender this future to the field, I'd like you to be in that space of emptiness, relaxing deeply. I'd like you to take quick, short breaths. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Here you go. Inhale, exhale, 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 inhale, Exhale. Inhale. Hold your breath. Exhale. Feel that. That's energy in your brain. Relax into it. Feel it. Relax. Relax, dear friends. I'd like you to quickly lie down, dear friends, wherever you are, without disturbing your meditation. Lie down. Take a comfortable posture, feeling the weight of your body on the floor, on the mattress, relaxing into it deeply. In that relaxing, comfortable posture, I'd like you to slowly drift away into the infinity of this universe and be a witness to whatever you may experience as you drift away, and let your body deeply rest and relax. Come back to your body. Come back to your breath. Place your hands over your heart. With your hands over your heart, express deep gratitude to all things and everyone for helping you be in this exploration of consciousness and for helping you create a new future with your imagination. Recognize that you are that intelligent awareness, that consciousness residing within your body, that sacred temple, that vehicle, helping you experience beautifully here in this plane. Bless your body and love it and invite it into a new life. As you come out of this meditation, why we recognize that in every meditation, we dissolve something of our past, and our mind is always reprogrammed with a higher will and higher wisdom, moving you towards a purpose. And be certain that your affirmations and intentions have reprogrammed your subconscious to draw the future for you from this very moment. Be ready to embrace adventures and opportunities with greater synchronicities flowing into your life. Recognize that all challenges are merely there to know more about yourself, to move you into your greatness, to gain greater strength. Embrace them. They're merely experiences. Express gratitude to all things and everyone, to your parents, teachers, mentors, to your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, everybody in your life. Your gratitude to this all nature, to this plant kingdom, that mineral kingdom, that animal kingdom, to that angelic kingdom. Gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent quantum field of awareness for helping you create this future, helping you stay connected in this future. Recollect your experiences from the session. feeling with certainty that a great new future is unfolding for you from this very moment. Whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends, hope you enjoy the session. For those of you new to a longer meditation, like what we've done, we've done an hour, 10 minutes of meditation. I'm sure it went pretty quickly. If we experience so, write in the chat. It's always that way. In meditation, we transcend time and space. So thank you very much. We will meet again tomorrow, the second week of this program. This week, in presence of 40-day program, we've understood several aspects of what meditation is, the science of meditation briefly, how it's helping, what's the cause changes it's causing into the brain, conscious, subconscious minds, experience of meditation, the important practices like reading, swadhyaya, and then being able to share our experiences, listen to others' experiences as a way to increase our wisdom, because the formula is meditation wisdom. And so as we move in this program to next week, we will explore how meditation is fundamentally creating a greater health, energy, mental well-being, and all of it, whole of next week, scientifically to an extent. We also understand some of the food habits, thought habits, speech habits. As we become more aware, how we can move them into a model which are a lot more useful and constructive for our life. That'll be the focus for next week. Yes, Pradeep, any announcements?
Yes, sir. Friends, from tomorrow onwards, we have this activity called book club starting. So we have 2 books being covered in 4 different slots. One is on Monday morning Indian time, Monday evening Indian time, and the book that is going to be covered is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. So the sessions goes like this. The book will be covered in 5 different weeks. Each week, some topic. So all of you can buy the book, read, and then come into the session, and then you can participate in the discussions, and you can express your interpretations. And on the Wednesday, we have this book called Book of Women by Osho. Again, in 2 slots. Indian morning time and Indian evening time. So 8:15 a.m. morning time and then 8 p.m. evening time. So it will be a 1 hour discussion starting from next week for the next 5 weeks. So if any of you are interested in the books, I mean, so all of us want to get the knowledge. So this is a great platform to participate and then engage in the discussions. Also a great opportunity to build that habit of reading books. Yeah. So you'll see the flyer coming into your WhatsApp groups today. So do register for that and then you can start participating from tomorrow. That's it, sir.
What are the book names? One is Book of Women on Wednesday and Monday is?
Monday is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza.
Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, one of the best books to really understand our mind and reprogram the mind. If you've been thinking of changing a habit and that you could not do, and this is a book that we understand scientifically. We also understand how meditation really works on this mind and changes everything for us in a way that we can build new habits easily. So that's why we give a lot of importance to this book and several such books. So hope you benefit from it. So thank you, dear friends. It's one of those twice a week you can find somehow time in this 40 days. It's like a big yagna. You can find somehow displace a few things that you always thought as impossible to remove. But many senior people have kept aside their jogging, their exercise, their yoga, or whatever evening time they shifted the dinner time, and then they utilize this and then find a lot of reprogramming that is happening easily once you understand knowledge. So thank you, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you, Kiran, for taking this up.